to us now? We go into space.
I've been holding my action. It's time to go.
Welcome, everyone, to our Dungeons & Dragons game, Up, and Away. This is a very special episode of Up, and Away, a one-shot. So, if you love Dungeons & Dragons, which is what this is, make sure to smash that like button. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, if you're new here, or if you're a lurker who's been hanging out for a while and hasn't subscribed. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell, because this is a wonderful time to jump in to our Dungeons & Dragons campaign that is long running, because this is a one-shot. It's easy to kind of get into this one, and we're just going to getting ready to start our next season, and that's going to kind of start from a beginning. It's going to, even though it's in the middle, it's like a new beginning, a new chapter. What?
It's a beginning, even though it's in the middle, but it might be the end.
No.
No.
Even though it's the fourth season, it's a new beginning for the campaign. So stay tuned. Ring the bell, leave us a comment. You know, I'm just word salading all over the place because that's how it is when it's Wednesday.
You're gonna toss that word salad later?
Yeah, I'm just gonna toss it out there. Just gonna keep tossing that word salad out there. Hit like, all that stuff for word salad and tossing. Oh, whatever. Anyway. It's Dungeons & Dragons night, guys. Garrett, how are you doing? Married man.
I'm doing pretty well. Recovering from a cold, recovering from a wedding, but doing generally well.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. You were already essentially a married man before, but now it's just, the official stuff.
Technically still not legally official yet. The paperwork's not finished.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our officiant messed up something, so they had to resubmit paperwork.
Oh no, man! When I was doing that, I made sure. I was very meticulous on that when I was doing that. But maybe that's a bad thing, because I think almost every single person that I officiated for is now divorced.
Oh boy. Yeah, cursed. Dan is the cursed officiant.
Yeah. Well, one of those was cursed from the beginning.
Yeah. I think several of them might have been actually, but it's all good.
True. Yeah.
But no,
works.
Garrett, it's you exchanged rings. You said I do. It's official enough, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, cool. Good stuff then. Good stuff. That's excellent. Dungeon Dan, did you do anything over the weekend? Hopefully you didn't marry anyone.
No, I didn't marry anyone, but I do have a Star Trek wedding joke.
Uh-oh.
No way.
Yeah, it's a Star Trek wedding joke. This goes deep.
Okay.
This goes deep.
All right.
What did Worf say when Jadzia died?
I don't know.
I am not a married man. I know it's a bad joke.
That's
you have to go all the way back to next gen, but early next gen.
It's also
and it's terrible.
It's also like a dad Star Trek joke.
Yeah, it is a dad Star Trek.
It's a very dad.
It's a very
joke.
dad. It's a very dad.
Yeah.
Bad dad Star Trek joke.
Bad dad. Not good.
Otherwise I'm doing good. Steve, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this one shot?
Oh yes, well we're doing this one shot because Cameron is not here with us tonight because he's on vacation, and we're kind of in the middle of seasons right now. We just wrapped up season 3 of Up, and Away, and we kind of did a pre-episode for season 4 just to kind of get your characters into position to start the action for episode 1 coming in what, 2 weeks?
Yep,
I think
because next week is Mega Dungeon.
next week is
Oh,
Mega
is it?
Dungeon. Yeah. So, because we're kind of in the a weird little middle space and Cameron's not here, and I kind of wanted to do this anyway. I had an idea about um, a little Star Trekky type episode on the Destiny. I thought it might be fun to just explore some of the side characters back on the Destiny away while everybody else is either back at home saving your home planet or saving their home planet, um, or heading off to the Synbio lab, which is what's upcoming this next season, to see if they can find a cure for why Captain Nova is in this horrible, unwakeable coma with his DNA being altered at some weird subatomic ethereal level. So that's going to be crazy because the Sin Biolab is going to be kind of it's essentially one of the places where Prince Lore created his monstrosities in order to
Right.
fight the Auron and the Gengar and the Gengar team and all that. So should be interesting because this is the first time your characters have ever gone into Sin. So that's why we're doing this, because we're in an in-betweener phase, and I think that I think this will be a fun little adventure. It'll be good for some character moments. We get to see some of the lesser known characters like Jake Tungsten, who is Drake Tungsten's older brother, who is kind of a hero coming out of retirement, and also Thurston, also known as 3 of 10, who was a clone, a biocast of one of your party's enemies, the Baron Stahl. He created 10 of these guys that were clones of his original human body in order to race against you slash kill you if they couldn't beat you in the race on Ascreedo. Uh, if you're curious about that, see the playlist for Up and Away Nova Destiny, which is season 2. There's a big long section where we detail the race. We play out the race on Ascreedo. So if you want to know all about that, but basically he was Thurston, was a driver for one of the lobster cars, and once all of the other clones were killed, the link was severed and the mission was over. 3 of 10 found himself just kind of sitting on the highway next to a busted up lobster car trying to figure out what to do, and Thawar kind of was kind to him, named him Thurston, based on 3 of 10, and then brought him back to the Destiny. And so those are the 2 characters that we're going to be dealing with tonight, that you guys are playing tonight. And of course, Jake was the MC down on Ascreedo for the race, and he got caught up in things as well. He was unwittingly caught up, and so those 2 characters, among some other people, some clowns and Tanalana, ended up coming back. He picked up a lot of people on Ascreedo, ended up coming back to the Destiny, and now kind of part of the crew, part of the family. So while Um, you know what? We should probably get over to the game screen and do a vibe
We should.
before we go any farther, because otherwise we're gonna forget again. We can't forget.
2 digits? Oh. barely,
Ooh.
barely 2 digits.
12. Wow. That
Wow,
is
it's kind of a low vibe.
that is a little bit of a low vibe, definitely.
So,
For
Steve, what's going to
sure.
That's
happen
actually a
if
good thing.
these 4 characters inadvertently destroy the Destiny
Yeah,
while everybody's
if
away?
hopefully that does not happen. Yeah, hopefully that does not happen. But there's always the possibility. So, you
One
know what
shot
it
just like completely ruin Arc 4 or Arc 3 of this next campaign.
Well, you know what? I mean, technically it wouldn't, because even if you somehow completely destroyed the Destiny,
We have ships.
yeah, none of your characters are on the Destiny. You have ships. It would just end up being like a totally different thing. Once the people got back from the Sin Biolab, you'd be in a kind of a rebuilding phase. It would
It
be
turns into Battlestar
interesting.
Galactica.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
rag, the
exactly. It would be
ragtag fugitive fleet.
right. I mean, you're kind of, in a way, you're kind of starting to gonna look
We're
like
get
that anyway.
we're getting enough ships
Yeah.
that some of these ships are not going to be able to be on the Destiny.
And I
Like, we're
kind of
getting
wonder
full.
if you're even gonna keep all of them necessarily. Right? Like, I don't know. Like, I kind of wonder if you'll keep all of them, or because the other thing about the ships that you have to remember is that, well, yeah, you can keep them, but um, also you could either
Disassemble them and reuse them
right,
in
part them out, reuse them for, take the drives and try and or rework or whatever, or maybe even sell them for parts, to the.
Speaking of these ships, it's something we haven't talked about in a long time.
Mhm.
It just reminded me the other people need
The
need to go
others.
back. The people who are on the homeworld, Argyle and them,
Mhm.
they need to go back to the beach planet because there are 2 ships on the beach planet.
Yeah, not
Right, underwater.
ships, but mecha.
Yeah.
To mecha, the mecha that you picked up on Dart, Planet
Dragon.
of
Yeah.
Exile. Yeah, under the
Mm-hmm.
dragon lair. In the You had to cover them with electrum, spray them with shiny white electrum, so that they could fly out of the fly off the planet. But then, yeah, you didn't have enough. You couldn't just strap them and carry them. You were worried about, that. So you
Killing
wanted to,
people.
yeah, you wanted to wait until you could maybe bring the Destiny back, so that you could just
Mm-hmm.
pick them up. I think was the plan, right?
Yeah, I think
Wasn't
so.
that the
Yeah.
idea?
Yes, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the idea.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, so there's that. That's a thing. Um, but yeah. So that's why we're having this very special episode today, because kind of an in-betweener thing here. Um, there is one thing I might have to do with your character, because I realized that if I use some of these maps have like lighting, which I should probably just turn it off instead. I don't know. Because do we really need lighting?
Bum, ba,
Bum, ba, bum.
Oh, Garrett completely disappeared.
Oh no, Garrett,
It's just a starfield.
Garrett, Garrett.
Hey, Garrett. Uh-oh.
Uh oh. Well, that's never happened before.
No, he's gone, but the Starfield is
Hello?
still there. Oh,
Oh,
there he is.
hey,
Hi.
You like
what
completely
what
disappeared.
happened?
Things froze for a second, but I think we're good.
Okay, cool,
It
cool,
was
cool.
funny because your Starfield just kept going.
Right. We were like, hey, that's not that usually doesn't do that. Usually when you disappear,
Well,
you like totally disappear.
I think my OBS kept running. I had an issue with my camera and I had to unplug it and plug it back in. So I think my camera, something's going on with my camera.
Got it.
Ah,
That makes sense.
we're all having camera issues. We all have these shitty cameras.
Yeah. I am having some weird graphics issue where on my main monitor there's like a little quadrant that I can't click
Oh, really?
anything. Yeah.
Oh, that's not
And
good.
I'm like, and then when I tried to like mess with it, I realized that my Nvidia whatever like what is it called, experience or whatever, the Nvidia like
Mm-hmm.
thing, the app that like manages drivers and stuff is like weird. It like won't start, and then when I try and like download a new one and like read it, it gives me the same error, and I gotta figure it out. This is like recent, so I just didn't have time to
Yeah,
you know.
there might be something going on with Nvidia.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's
That sounds
goofy. It's
they
probably
got a
something
bug.
with my computer that I gotta like go in and root out somehow, some way. But yeah, at the moment. At the moment, I'm kind of dealing with it. It's kind of a pain in the ass because it's an area where like I should be able, like it's an area that's like kind of a pain for me not to be able to manipulate.
Mm,
So it sometimes has me moving things around, if that makes sense. Like I have to move a window in order to like click something.
oh God, that
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah. So like that's yeah, it's kind of a pain like that. But yeah. All right. Well, we got and that did not. What the fuck? Now roll 20 is being weird. Always. Always. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That. Oh, now it's working. Now it's working. All right. Copy. Paste. Good. All right. All right. I think the things that I needed done mostly done. And if not, no big deal. We'll do it live, you know, as they say. As they say. So, anything that you guys needed to do with your characters prior to starting here, since we haven't played these guys in a minute, and Garrett's technically never played his guy.
I
This
don't
will
think
be the
so.
first one. No?
Nope.
Nope. I think I'm good.
All right. Well then. What are you doing? Don't don't do that. We're getting ready to start a game. I don't know what the hell are you doing? Weird. Stop being weird. God. All right. The Destiny is docked at the planet of Info, which is kind of like Google. If Google was a planet run by mutant ogres who are mostly benevolent.
Wait a minute. Isn't that real life?
Is Google run by mutant ogres? Benevolent? I don't see. That's the thing. I don't think they're benevolent. They might be mutant ogres, but they're definitely not benevolent. Not like the Gutsoni, who run info, and they've become allies to the Destiny. The Destiny is docked there, and the crew of the Destiny, which is now down to really a skeleton of its former self because of a horrible battle above the moon of Ascreedo with Prince Lore, who escaped with Anya, that bitch. Um, Now, the Destiny is finally getting cleaned up. While your main party, the away team, is, well, away, back at home, saving your world, or their world, and the other half headed off to the biolab to hopefully save Captain Nova. The Destiny, it's almost cleaned up. There's only just a few minor repairs, a few minor things to be picked up, and this is the final shift. Commander Tiberius has gathered together Thurston, Jake, Janet, and Arch on the forward lounge on the Destiny to give them their their final orders. And what?
We're almost done, so sweep that corner.
Sweep that exactly, exactly. That's pretty much what it is. The commander tells you that there are a few things down in the halls in front of sick day that need cleaned up, and just a little bit of engineering, but not too much. Almost everything else in the ship has been repaired, cleaned, even a little bit upgraded. And so Tiberius says, shouldn't take you too long. I'd start in sickbay, and there's the info load lifter down there. You should be able to operate it to take any heavy debris that's left down there and take it to the bay. Let's say the aft bay for final cleanup.
Oh man, this would have been a perfect Rumby episode. A load lifter?
Exactly. It's the info load lifter. No, currently Rumby is back home racing his forklift around the fort on your world, making a bunch of money, or at least he had done that. So he's fine. He's got his baby. He's got his baby.
So wait, you want us to go down to sick bay?
Yes, sick bay. I'd start there, and then I think there's some debris left down in front of the engine room. If you could make sure to clean the rest of that up, get it all to the aft cargo bay for final cleanup. Shouldn't take you more than a few hours, and then you can get back to leisure time on info or whatever else you were doing down there.
I was just using the lab. That's all I was doing. Was using the lab.
The lab smelled weird after you used it.
Okay, so you're gonna be playing two chicks. You've got to tell us who's that. Who's?
I'm not playing two chicks.
You're not?
No. I'm playing Arch.
Oh God!
Me, you'll know who he
Okay.
is.
when he
Okay,
speaks
goddamn.
because he sounds like this.
Is Arch from the same part of the planet that
Yes.
what's
Arch
his
is an
name?
Arch is an albino. He's a sickly albino magic user. He is also, yeah,
Who
from
also
the
looks like a woman.
yeah. He's a little femmy. He's probably trying to compensate for the voice
Hmm.
with his appearance.
Hmm.
Also, early AI likes to make, pretty people, like feminine
That's true.
looking, so
Mhm.
yeah, it's how it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are the people that are with you, and yeah, Arch just goes,
Any other special orders, Commander?
not that I can think of, Lieutenant. Just it's the last shift. Take your time and you know have a good time. And then
Yes, sir. Good time will be had.
ah, all right. Well then, I'm gonna be taking my leave. I have a date on the in HoloLab 13.
Is that Chris Pine?
Chris Pine. No, it is. It's just a kind of a Kirk. It's just a.
Oh,
It's
he's
it's not.
supposed to look kind of like Kirky.
It's kind of. He's supposed to look kind of Kirky. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. But he's out of there because he's got a date, and so he quickly he quickly zooms out of the forward lounge and leaves you three to it.
4.
4. There are.
There are 4 characters.
There are 4 characters. Yes. Yeah. That exactly. It's been that kind of a day. It's okay. Whew.
So, guys, I guess we ought to head on down to sick bay.
Yes, that is our mission. We should go there.
Aaron, I wonder if the Baron, when he programmed these clones, like cloned them exactly. And that's actually what the Baron's voice, when the Baron was a real man, that's what his voice was. I think that needs to be canon.
Maybe. Uh,
Well, all right. Let's go.
all
So
right.
Jake gets up. Jake gets up.
All right. Jake gets up and he starts to head down towards the
Actually, he's like, after you, because he wants to walk behind everybody.
I
Especially-
see.
especially
He
Janet.
specifically wants to walk behind Janet. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So they start down, they get onto the lift, and they start to head down towards the or
Oh,
down towards where's that
when
anyway?
does this take place? What is happening on the homeworld at this particular time? When does this take place in the timeline?
This takes place now, essentially. So what's going on Homeworld right now is like the just after stuff of
Okay,
the
so
coronation. So the coronation has basically just happened. The threat of Jordan has been neutralized, and it's basically you guys on the planet are everybody back on the planet is trying to figure out who's going to go to the Destiny, what are we going to do, who's going to fly in what ships, who's coming, what do we have left to do here back home, making all those kind of decisions. So it's like a day or two after, essentially.
okay, so there would actually be buzz on the Destiny about this, because I'm assuming that everybody watched.
Yeah, except for that the Destiny's empty.
Mhm.
So like, I mean, there's buzz amongst the crew and on info of the Destiny, but there's like, yeah, that. So yeah, you guys do kind of know what's going on with that. Also, very, very recently, you lost contact with the other crew because they've kind of gone too far,
Mhm.
and so they're now out of communication range. So you don't really know what's going on with them other than that they're headed where they're headed. Uh,
So
yeah. So
Janet, is the so is that a is that the way is that the way your people take power there? Is there always that kind of a crazy fight? Looked like a pretty awesome party afterwards. Wish I was there. Damn Drake.
I
Bet you he's
mean,
I bet you he's still drunk.
I've never been involved in anything quite like that, but yeah, I guess you could say it was pretty surprising. And Comstar Knight says, "Hey Harlock, hey Comstar Knight, hey Dungeon Dan." He also says,
Hello, Comstar.
"Welcome, sir. Welcome." So you head down through the forward lounge, and sick bay is actually on the same level. So you head on over down to the Bay of Sickness, and
That's sick, man.
oh, it's very small compared to the other one. I've got to zoom it up in here, and of course you can see Jake behind Janet. Over her shoulder, he can see the load lifter borrowed from Info. It's quite a bit more advanced than the forklifts that you picked up earlier on. What was it? That derelict? Was it the derelict ship that had the forklift?
Yeah, it was the derelict
Yeah,
city
yeah,
ship.
yeah. This is quite a bit nicer than that. It's got greater functionality, and it's pretty easy to pilot. So you can see that up in the distance, and you can see also it's like some piles of refuge sitting around, and
Some piles of refuge.
refuse
You said refuge.
refuges, some
The
piles of
refugees.
refugees. No, no, no,
Those damn,
no.
those damn
Piles of
deserts.
unsold Fuji's albums. No, not that either. No. So yeah, you can see the piles of refuse and debris and whatever past the load lifter that you need to work on, and you start getting ready to do that, and then suddenly, without warning, all of the consoles, which there are some like, consoles on the hall and like next to the doors and everything, all the consoles start to flicker and then they go dark. You hear kind of a hiss and some static, and then for a brief second, gravity stops and you like float up but it's only like a split second, and then you like kind of hit back down again. It's not enough that anybody like got seriously hurt, but you kind of had to like hold on to the wall, or you might have stumbled over or whatever. And the lights have now dimmed, and there is the emergency red is blinking, but there's like no sound except for like this hiss.
What the hell?
What's going on? Arch
Uh,
heads over to over here, where he finds a computer on the wall, and he's trying to access it. What's everybody else doing?
just stay close to me, little lady.
This is
Excuse me,
really
Arch, I am very
unusual.
proficient in that. I could assist you.
I tell her to stay close and she moves away.
Well, she came over here to kind of check a panel by this door, and Arch says,
Thurston, if you would join me.
"What a pair!"
Wait a minute. So
I can move.
what does Arch do and what does Janet do?
Arch.
I forget.
So Arch is helmsman, basically.
Okay.
He's like one of the main helmsmen. He's like pretty much the guy that you always see up on the bridge. And then Janet is the quartermaster.
Okay.
They and the yeoman. They actually both recently received big promotions, because they were non-commissioned officer, or they were like non-commissioned before, and they're now officers. Like she was a chief before, but both of them received promotions for like duty under service, and then that's under fire and whatever,
Yeah.
like the plus there's like no crew left, so like some of the officers died, so you gotta make so yeah, basically, but that's what they do. So navigator and quartermaster and yeoman. So when Thurston walks over, you see Arch is he's trying to access this panel on this wall over here, but it's just like it's flickery and staticky, and there's like nothing coming up.
All right. Well,
And sick bay is like up this way, basically.
Hey, you guys having any luck getting a hold of anybody?
It seems all the comms are out.
Hold on. Jake pulls his multi. He probably has a nice multi because, Jake, he's Jake.
Yeah.
He pulls that multi and he's like, this is Jake Tungsten to the bridge. Jake Tungsten to the bridge.
Jake, I don't think anybody was on the bridge.
Oh.
In fact,
This is Jake Tungsten to info. Come in, info.
you're not getting any kind of a signal back. In fact, you're not getting any signal from info at all. You're getting some weird signals on your multi. make an intelligence check or powered tech or something if you've got something similar.
Yeah.
Okay. Jake Jake is looking at this multi and he's scanning for like nearby signals. And a signal comes in and he hears it like pretty loud and clear. And it's like, Destiny Bridge, come in. And it sounds like it's him.
What the? Did that just bounce back?
Info,
Scanning
come
for-
in.
Scanning for life forms.
Hello?
That's coming in on his multi, right?
That's coming in on his multi. As Thurston and Arch are standing up here and messing with the computer, go ahead and have Thurston make an intelligence check. Or powered tech, or whatever.
Yeah.
One of those thingers. Yeah, it looks like there's something happening with the systems where they're like malfunctioning like randomly. You're trying to access, and it's difficult. The only things that you can seem to access are at the moment are the outside scanners, the external scanners. But as soon as you realize that that's the only thing that you can access, up here, up towards sick bay, there's a kind of a big groan, and then it goes dark up there. And when you look up there, there's a wall or something has completely like bisected the corridor up ahead. And it looks wooden.
Wooden?
Yeah.
Like a wooden door just cut through this whole hallway.
Like not even a door, like just a whole wooden hall, like wall. It looks like the wooden wall of like the side of a fort or something, and it just literally just like showed up like in the way. It's just like huge planks of wood. Now where Jake and Jake and damn it.
God damn it! You're gonna have problems.
Where Jake and Janet are standing, they don't see it, but they hear like the wrenching, the kind of weird like groaning sound, and there's kind of like a shaking a little bit.
Hey, you guys okay?
What the hell?
All right, that makes Jake run. He grabs Janet by the hand and just pulls her.
Okay. So they run over, and you can see what they see now, and it's just this great big wall, and it's just wood.
What the heck?
By my assessment, this wall should not be here. Something is wrong.
Wait a second. Janet goes up to the wall, and she goes up to it, and she like puts her hand on it, and she sits for a second, and then she turns back around, and she says, I think this is the Destiny. Like the the original.
Wait a minute. Like the wooden ship that this is made out of?
It's it's the correct sort of lumber. It does match.
Well, that's just weird.
But how? And like Arch is like he's like kind of like over where it's going into the wall, and he's kind of like feeling it. And he's like,
It doesn't seem possible. Other than by magic or science.
I don't know anything about that magic stuff, but I know maybe it's some kind of spatial anomaly. Those happen from time to time.
as Jake says that, Thurston is
There was a spatial anomaly, and he starts going into
yeah,
the story.
yeah, off into some random story. Yeah. As Jake starts to kind of ramble off in his random story, Thurston is looking at the panel on the wall, and it appears that the Destiny is alone in the void of space. But then there are weird blips that keep popping up.
What is that? What's happening?
I do not understand. Weird lips.
Oh, wait a minute. I was checking something before I got distracted. He's checking life signs on the Destiny. He was doing that before the wall appeared.
Okay. Um, he checks life signs, and let's see. Life signs on the Destiny at the moment. Huh. That's weird. Who is that? At the moment, it says that there are 4 life forms, or 5 life. There are only 4.
There are only 4
I can't count
forms.
tonight. Surprisingly, it says that there are 5 life forms on the Destiny, and in your close proximity. So there's yourself. There's
that would make
Thurston.
sense.
There's Arch. There's Janet. And then there's somebody else, like back down the hallway that you just came from. You think, like down that way.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't I be picking up the here, Arch? Shouldn't I be picking up the captain on this? But he's not there.
I think the captain is on info. And the commander went back as well. Didn't he say he had a date?
Yeah, he was going into the hololab. But there's somebody else aboard. This is Jake Tungsten. To anybody aboard the Destiny, come in.
You don't get a reply. But your multi says that they should be like just like literally walking down this hallway.
Hey. So Jake, It's just gonna walk back and
Jake
down
walks
the hallway.
Jake walks back and down the hallway, and he does see somebody down the hallway, kind of like walking towards him, kind of from afar. Who is that?
Then it starts to snow.
Yeah. No. After a while, the the person like comes into range, and Jake doesn't recognize her at all. And she seems to be strolling down the hallway of like this hallway, like very nonchalantly, like she belongs there. In fact, she's even like dressed in a like a uniform.
Who are you? I thought I met all the pretty ladies on this crew.
She stops and she looks at you and she says, "You're not supposed to be here. Who are you?"
Okay, do they react?
So, yeah, Janet and Arch are kind of like they're like, "Wait, there's somebody here. Who is that?" And she comes around the corner.
Yeah, if they're all going down, I'll go with them.
Anya?
Wait. The one that got kidnapped? Uh-huh. Yeah.
Kidnapped? What are you talking about? Janet? Who is this? And she's like walking forward. And as she starts walking forward and she gets almost to you, you hear like the groaning again. And when that happens, she kind of flickers out of existence. And also, the wall that was over here disappears.
What the hell?
Your previous statement was that this was Anya, a previous party member that is no longer part of the crew. Is that correct?
Yes, that was. She was
Actually,
part of,
he would have met Anya.
would he have met Anya?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Very, very briefly. Very, very briefly on the way back.
And probably would know.
Okay.
If I saw that intelligence correctly, he would know.
Yeah, okay. It should probably just shocked you. You probably took
Plus,
you a minute
Anya
to
was the security officer. Anya would have vetted this dude.
Right. That's true. Though she wouldn't have been able to.
On the way up.
I mean, barely. You got to think like it was when all that was happening, they literally like went up to the ship, and then Anya, I think, went right away out, and then so it's like they interacted maybe for 20 minutes during an extremely chaotic and hectic situation where everybody had a ton on their mind. So it's like she's gonna recognize, or he's gonna recognize her probably after a second, but not really like know her. And it might even kind of take him a minute, because he wouldn't have seen her in a uniform. He would have seen her in the street clothes that she was on.
That's right.
Ascreedo, because she disappeared. That's what she disappeared in. She didn't have time to change or anything. Nobody had time to do anything. So, yeah. But after kind of he realizes, oh, okay.
Oh,
But
Jake probably would have been the same way. They all came up together.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
it was a very,
What
very
the hell?
super
Yeah.
brief.
hmm What the hell?
Maybe it is possible we are in some kind of temporal loop, temporal displacement.
As
He's
you
gonna check. He's
say,
gonna check his readings again.
okay, as he says that, and you start to check your readings, you hear, boom, boom, and there's like kind of this like weird like humming, and then like kind of a weird sucking sound, and
Ew. Wait. Humming and sucking at the same time?
yeah, there's like it's like a weird sound, but like you start to like feel it's starting to feel cold, and you're starting to feel like it's like starting to get a little bit hard to breathe in here for a second. You're like,
Oh no.
this isn't good. Uh, we can't sustain this. Jake is looking at his multi, and what is he specifically looking for? What was his specific kind of
So
query?
this is now a general scan to see if they're back to if info is back, if there's any, if there are any people who's around. Like this is like
No info, no people on the Destiny other than the four of you, and still strange blips on the sensors.
something's not right.
Something's definitely not right. Oh, maybe we should try to get to the bridge. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
What about our previous directive to go to the aft deck?
I don't think that applies anymore.
This junk ain't going anywhere.
Yes, we need to worry about our own safety and the safety of the ship. We've got to get it back to info if we've somehow drifted away or something else has happened.
Oh, well, I agree. Let's go to the bridge.
Everybody who's kind of down here is in this section where the life support.
Jake has his multi in one hand,
Mhm.
but he's pulled his
out
pistol.
his pistol.
He's pulled his pistol.
He's got his multi in one hand and his big old gun in the other. Right. Everybody go ahead and roll a death ray poison saving through goo goo goo.
Wow.
Solid. Not so
Nice.
solid. Let's see. Dang. Okay. I probably should just keep these guys pulled up here.
That's why they call Jake Flash. He's the savior of the universe.
All right, so geez, Arch. Arch looking good. Jake, looking excellent. Unfortunately, Thurston and Janet are beginning to be affected by the life support being not active, and the oxygen and coldness being a thing that is a problem. Both of them get 2 hit points of damage.
This is sickbay, right?
Uh, Sick bay is close. Sick bay is up here. So like if you like walk up this way, sick bay is like right up there.
So Jake is gonna be like, wait here. Pull your weapons.
Okay.
Jake's gonna run to sickbay. He's gonna grab a couple. He's gonna grab 4 of those. He's gonna grab 4 thermal blankets, those shiny blankets, and he's gonna grab 4 rebreathers.
Okay. All right. So Jake runs up.
Out of sickbay.
Okay, Jake runs up. I'm assuming he's trying to do this fairly fast. Fairly fast. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Jake runs up to sick bay and let's see here.
The wall reappears, and Jake is now in outer space. Jake is dead.
No, that's not what happens. So Jake runs up, and then let's see where the hell it is. Jake runs up, and he's up in the front of sickbay when all of the sudden. And this happens to everybody, not just Jake, but I'm obviously focused on Jake because he is the one that's actually trying to do stuff right now. The gravity completely shuts off without warning while Jake is kind of like he's running down here trying to get to this door over here so that he can get into like the main part of sickbay and like grab some stuff from over here. But as soon as that happens, the gravity completely stops and he just goes woo and begins to float.
Is this a wall?
That is doors.
This is doors?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you're in sickbay, and this sickbay is kind of all around you. This is sickbay, but also over here is sickbay. This is actually a closet right there.
Okay. So if Jake was running when the
was he?
I
mean, you made it sound like he was at least going fairly like a jog. I imagined, right?
Then forward motion is going to make him go forward.
He definitely has some momentum.
He's
so
going
to
try.
What is he going to do? Because he
probably
has a lot of momentum.
He's going to try to grab for the open door to stop his momentum.
Okay, so he's trying to grab for this door over here.
So as he gets as close as he gets close, he's going to try to grab for the open door. He's going to put his multi away and try to grab for the open door.
Okay. So go ahead and make a dexterity check, or if you've got acrobatics or anything like that, I'm not sure, but yeah.
Oh, he does. Wow.
Does he? Okay. And then everybody else also needs to make a dexterity check to try and like hold on to something.
He slams against a door.
Okay. Yeah. So Jake, he tries.
I figure he ends up here is where he ends up.
Well, here's the thing. He flies forward. Let's see. How bad was the dexterity check. Okay, you just missed it, so I'm not gonna say
Mhm.
it didn't make you like flip around or anything. Had you like
Yeah.
totally failed, it might have.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
But you basically you just had one hand, you tried to grab it and it just kind of went boom and just right past you. And then essentially you have to stop yourself, so technically you probably need another dexterity check to not completely just slam into the doors at the end.
Oh, crunch.
Which is of course what you'll end up doing. Let's see. I also gotta do the ones for these guys here. Amazingly, everybody back at the thing grabbed onto kind of each other and were able to kind of grab onto the wall. They were kind of like near the wall anyway, I think. So they were all able to keep themselves from slipping. Jake, he flies past this door and he slams into the closed door, which does not open for him automatically, and he takes 2 hit points as he kind of just face plants against it, but at least he's stopped now.
Okay, so now that he's stopped,
Oh, and he's not even on the thing. Boom.
that's odd.
What's odd?
Okay, that changed it. Okay.
All right.
So
So
Jake is basically he's going to like walk himself on the wall back over here to the door and go through, and he's going to try to do his best to like there's no gravity at all, right?
there's no
It's
gravity at all. No. Like
So
none at
he's-
all. So it's not even like reversed gravity where he's like stuck to the ceiling or no, he's just kind of floaty at this point. So he's trying
I would
to
imagine though a hero like Jake has dealt with anti-gravity, and once he gets his bearings,
Mhm.
he can kind of bounce on walls and get
Mhm.
himself to where he needs to be.
Here's what
And
I'm going to
That's what
say.
he's gonna do.
Because even though he failed it before, that was for down there. Because he's got the acrobatics, I'm going to say go ahead and make another acrobatics check to see if you can kind of bounce around in here like you want to.
How well
It's been
how
a
out of
while.
practice.
You
how
know,
out of
it's been
practice
a
he
while.
is.
It's probably been like a good 15 or 20 years since he's done
Oh,
this.
it's not
but
bad though. I think so.
all right. So Jake, fortunately, he kind of bounces in and he's able to kind of bounce around and grab some things. What was the list that you were saying again? You were
So he's grabbing 4 of those emergency blankets
okay.
that are like the silvery kind that
Right,
kind of
right,
help
right,
keep
right,
the
right.
heat in.
Insulation type thing. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, they have something like that in sick bay.
He's grabbing 4 rebreathers
Okay.
and he's looking around to see if there's anything else that might help them in this situation.
Okay.
Uh is there like possibly a laser scalpel.
Okay.
So he'll want to grab a laser scalpel as well. And probably a regular old first aid kit.
Okay. Okay. All right. So he's in there. He's kind of bouncing around trying to get
Mhm.
stuff. Back very very different scale here than we're working with. Back over here. These guys are kind of all glomped onto the wall at this point, just kind of hanging on. Is Thurston trying to do anything other than hang on to the wall?
Well, I failed that check. Am I able to do anything?
Oh
Or am
wait,
I
did you
just
fail? I thought you for
yeah,
some
or am I
reason
just surviving?
I thought you passed. Dexterity check. No, 12 of 16. You passed.
hang on, but not the.
Yeah, the very last check that I had you make.
Okay.
Yeah, there was no other. No, you passed.
Well, uh, probably just crawling around this wall towards the rest.
Okay. Or are you okay? So you're crawling around over here. All right. So
You're
you're
gonna keep. Yeah.
So you crawl around over here. Janet, she takes out her multi now that she's got a hold of the wall, and she's like, "Jake, come in. Can you hear me?" And well, we can hear Jake's toilet flushing. Janet's like, "What are you doing over there in sick bay? This is an emergency."
So was this.
Yeah. But there's no gravity.
Hey, you've never lived until you've taken a Tuesday in 0G.
Oh boy. All
Anyway,
right. So go
I'm,
ahead.
I'm almost ready.
Yeah, go ahead and
the-
make an intelligence check
what
for
in
Jake to see if he's able
God's-
to get everything that he was like looking for.
Am I looking at that right?
I don't know. Are you?
Like everything is like really, really tiny.
Oh, it's because the scales of the two maps are wildly different. So when I switch back and forth, the one is giant and the one is like teeny tiny.
Oh, but no. Well, also it's really dark. Like I'm seeing black.
Oh, it's because you don't have a character there.
I still see Anya.
Oh yeah, which is why yeah. So it's just because you don't have a
Anya's
character there.
Anya's on there twice.
Yeah, but that's why
in the murky blackness.
She's like down here, yeah,
Oh,
right.
no.
Isn't that
Yeah.
her? Yeah. That's an old Anya. Actually, that's the one I should have used because that's an old one. Look at the old. That's an old picture. But yeah. Anyway,
Intelligence check, you say?
yeah, roll an intelligence check to see if Jake can locate during his 0G excursion. Okay, he actually was able to find everything that he was looking for. The rebreathers, the blankets, the standard med kit, and what else was it?
A laser scalpel.
Laser scalpel. Yeah. He found it's like a little small thing, but yeah, he was able to find some little like laser tool. But it doesn't like look like it would, it's meant for, it doesn't look like it carries a charge for a super long time. It's meant for, careful operations, not like weaponry.
That's what he wants it for. He wants it to just in case he needs a tool.
Okay. All right. And so basically, he's able to get all that stuff. He kind of bounces around a little bit, bounces around until finally, he kind of bounces back out into the main corridor again, and just as he's kind of bouncing back to the main corridor, gravity restores, and all of you fall to the ground.
Am I on the bottom of my bounce or at the top of my bounce? Or no, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just be bouncing between the walls.
Yeah, you're probably
kind
of bouncing between the walls. Yeah. Or kind of, at this point, just coming down the hallway, you're probably just kind of doing one of these things.
When the gravity comes back on and damn it!
So the gravity comes back on and everybody kind of goes and falls to the
Ouch.
to the floor.
That was unpleasant.
Here. He hands out the blankets and the rebreathers.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I needed this.
But you feel like the air is starting to return, and it feels like it's starting to warm back up a little bit. What is happening?
I don't know. I
Drake
grabbed a few other things.
Drake gets an alert on his multi that there are ships within proximity.
Ships.
We're under attack.
What
Is
is
this
it?
some
What kind
kind
of
of temporal attack?
What kind of ships are they? Can I see on my multi?
Yeah, you scan the ships on your multi, and they appear to all be the Destiny.
Oh no. Is there gonna be a version of Jake with the big wild beard?
Big beard mustache.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Jake with a big. Oh yeah. Oh, I know. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
You know? We can't go back. We
Mhm.
won't go back.
We won't go back. Yeah, exactly.
Uh, guys, look. Just look. And he holds the multi down for everybody to see. Because I imagine Jake towers above everybody, right?
Yeah, Jake's
All-
like 6'6"
all these
or
other guys are
something.
kind of short, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Arch is kind of short, and Janet's kind of short, but Thurston is not. I think Thurston's like 6 foot something.
6'2", yeah.
Yeah. He's not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not. He's not small. No.
He's small, according to Jake.
Yeah, I mean, according to Jake, but everybody's
I don't
kinda
think there's
small according to
anybody.
Jake.
I think Drake is tinier than Jake.
Yeah, Drake is not quite as big as Jake. Jake's the older brother. He is a little bit bigger. But yeah, you see multiple destinies
Here's the
on
thing.
your scanner.
Are they all current Destiny, or are some of them wooden?
It seems like one of them is wooden and there's no life signs aboard now. And it's just this like wooden thing just like floating in space. It doesn't
there
even
are
actually
life-
register as a ship.
But there are life signs on the other Destinies?
But there are some life signs on the other ones, but the life signs keep flicking in and out and changing.
Do any of them have damage?
Yes, some of them do have damage. In fact, most of them have damage.
The
But-
same damage or different damages?
Different damage. And the number kind of keeps changing. Like one will kind of flick out and another will kind of flick in.
Look at this. I think we are stuck in some kind of temporal anomaly.
Wait. What is that?
And you see that on your multi, as you're scanning the ships, there's a cycling frequency that's being picked up all around the ships in some sort of a field.
I don't know. I don't know if I know exactly how to do this. Do one of you know how to isolate this?
I can make an attempt.
He hands the multi to.
Okay. Thurston takes the multi.
Thurston.
You can see the cycling. You can see the cycling frequencies. Go ahead and make a make a powered tech check to see if you can isolate the frequencies.
Oh man.
I get the volume button stuck on it, so it's now just like super loud all the time, and it won't stop beeping.
You're trying to isolate the frequencies, but you're having problems with it. It's it's not great. Arch says,
Let me, let me take.
that's not Arch. That's whoops.
Let me take a look.
He was able to isolate one of the frequencies. The frequency that he was able to isolate was 440 gigahertz. And when he says that, immediately Thurston and Jake find that number sounds familiar. Jake especially.
440 megahertz.
Megahertz, gigahertz.
440 gigahertz.
I prefer 442 personally. But...
Yeah. Jake, make an intelligence check.
Yeah.
440 gigahertz is the frequency that most handheld melee weapons the energy resonance of most handheld melee weapons. So like if you had like a plasma sword or a plasma dagger, 440 is the number there.
I explained that.
It looks like there are two others.
Let me give it a shot. Janet gonna take a look at this thing. And she's not a dummy. She was able to isolate a second frequency, 660 gigahertz. This also sounds familiar to both Jake and Thurston.
$660?
Mm-hmm. Make an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Most handheld firearms have an energy resonance of 660 gigahertz. In fact,
But it's coming from all around us.
well, when you realize that, what you find out is that you have your pistol in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a hum coming from it that you never noticed before. it's like really faint, and you like didn't even like you weren't really paying attention because you were like trying to do all this stuff. But now that you've noticed, there's like kind of a faint hum coming from your weapon, your energy pistol.
He's gonna look at it. He's actually gonna. There's probably a way to like run some kind of diagnostic on it or do something with it. He's gonna do whatever it is, whatever that is.
I mean, he checks it out real quick. It doesn't seem to be operating unusually, but it's like it's emitting this hum now. And he's been using energy pistols, forever since he was a little kid. He's never heard this hum before, like audibly.
This is. Does anybody else have a weapon?
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody's
I'll
got
pull out
weapons.
my pistol as well.
You pull out your pistol, and your pistol has the same hum. In fact, because you guys are standing so close together, when Thurston pulls out his pistol and the tips almost touch,
There's, when those tips, your pistol tips touch, there's a hum.
There's actually
and
like a little bit of, there's actually like there's a little bit of like of a almost like a, not exactly a spark, but like a little like particle, just like a tiny bit of light, not quite a spark between the two. And now they're both humming, and you can definitely hear that there's like a hum.
Did you all see that?
Yeah.
What's happening with them?
I don't know.
Arch takes out his plasma dagger. It's humming too, but it's humming at a different frequency. But then when Janet, surprisingly,
whips out her giant dick,
takes out her energy pistol, it kind of does the same thing. It reacts with your energy pixel. Oh, pixel, penis pixels. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But it starts to react. There's like a little.
I blast my pistol just off in a random direction. I'll fire.
You fire just down the hallway, or
Yep, just like down this way.
Down that way.
Ah!
You shoot your energy pistol, you fire off in a random direction. It does fire. I mean, it shoots off, there is
Father Bradbar appears and just kills instantly.
Yeah, exactly. There is you get your standard laser shot. It shoots down there and yeah, whoops. Turn order. It's initiative, guys. No, not actually. Yeah, and it kind of shoots off the wall, and it doesn't really do anything. But you're as you shoot it, it seems to almost increase the vibration. And as that happens, you hear the and again, it seems like it's starting to get cold again, and the air is getting bad again. So I'm assuming Jake has handed out the rebreathers and the blankets. So everybody can kind of easily at this point like put their rebreather in and put the blanket on and kind of you don't have to make a saving throw. You can mitigate the cold. Arch, snuggles up against Jake.
Oh God.
Keep me warm with your big, strong body.
Not what I saw.
Yeah,
That's not what I signed up for.
this is a different this is a different kind of episode now. So what are you doing? The lights are still kind of dim, flashing red. You're still picking up multiple destinies on the multi.
We're still heading up to the bridge.
Yeah, we should
So-
try to get up to the bridge.
So far, you haven't. You're just kind of, fucking around down here. But is that the idea? Is that you're gonna try and make it back up to the bridge now?
Yeah, I think that was the last we left off before Jake came back.
Okay.
Yes, back to the bridge.
It sounds like it might not be a terrible idea. We might be able to get some more information there.
So
All right. Thurston, you take up the
I am
rear.
Thurston.
You take up the rear. Watch the back. Watch everybody's back. You two in the middle. Follow me. And he's now taken up that pose that
all right. So
he's got his scanner and he's scanning as he's going, but he's got his pistol out and he's like he's just walking and he's making he's
right.
he's heroically leading the way.
Yes. Yeah. You make your way through sick bay, and finally, you get to a lift section, and again the the stuff on the screen is like flickery and seems to be displaying some crap on it.
Should we trust the lift or should we just climb it? Because I'm assuming that it's like other ships of this ilk, where there are chutes and ladders.
Yeah, there are definitely chutes and ladders.
You might be right. If we lose power while in the lift, it could be a problem.
So he finds the hatch and he's like,
Okay. Jake finds the hatch with the help of Janet, and what order are you gonna go up? Because you gotta climb, and as you can see, you've got to climb like 300 feet.
300 feet. I would say that same order.
Okay. So wait a second.
Actually,
Same order, Janet front.
No, Jake front.
Okay, I just didn't know if you wanted to have her
Hold
sweet
on.
ass up in front of you.
Hold on for a second. Don't have a. That's weird. What are you doing?
Did your mic just change?
Your mic just changed, dude. Yeah, your mic changed. And
Yep.
sounds like it sounds like you're coming through something else completely different. You're not coming through your mic.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Can still hear you. Yeah. Up. Technical problems, folks.
Oh.
It sounds really weird. It sounds like way different. Well, does one of your monitors have a speaker? Is one of you is I was gonna say, is one of your monitors an actual TV and it has a speaker on it? Weird.
Ah.
Dude, I think you were talking before about your Nvidia, about your I think you might have bigger computer problems than just your. Oh man, because that's not good. Can you continue the way you are?
Ooh.
What?
That's
Oh no. Okay. All right. So Steve. So yeah. So
oh
go.
man.
So go ahead and restart. So guys, if you're all listening, we are having tech. Okay. Okay. We'll be like Steve will be right back. Yeah. No, the stream's not going to keep going
You have
because
to
you're the
restart
one.
your machine. Yeah.
You're the one who's gonna. So
Yeah.
okay. Well, we'll be back in a few minutes. Hopefully, we'll let you know. Yeah. If we're not back in like 10 minutes, sorry guys. Bye.